Hi there, I'm Dave Da Musicbox. I'm a recording artist. I'm a songwriter, producer, and also a pastor. Yeah. I've been doing music for as long as I can remember. I mean, from childhood, playing the drums, using containers, in the house. I know you can relate to that. Just banging on them, and then got to the keyboards, and then the bass, and also producing beats and stuff. I mean, that whole process. It's been amazing. My main influence, that's really interesting. So, I grew up on, let me be honest, alright? I grew up on Michael Jackson and Mayway and Deza, alright, as a child. And then I got introduced to Kirk Franklin, Do you want a revolution? Whoop, whoop. That was actually my first record. And then Fred Hammond, Ty Tribbett. So I had all these people. But mind you, I didn't like gospel till I actually met Kirk Franklin. And he opened my mind to the fact that you could fuse anything to gospel music, because it's all about the sound and vehicling one message, which is the gospel of Christ. So he just got me going. And yeah. So now the Who. Yes, obviously Christ is the influence, and Apostle Paul, though, like he could say some really real stuff in there, and Kirk Franklin, my mama, and other people, a lot of them, yeah. Genre music, okay. I, as a producer, I've been experimenting and everything. So we've been doing, the whole contemporary stuff and pop music and rock and all that. But I sat down and I thought to myself, what will distinguish me from other artists from other countries? You would need that sound, you would need that identity. And I decided to, really go Afrofusion, having a mixture of Ivorian music, high life music, other African genres, to create that sound, and also fuse it with the whole Western stuff. So I would qualify myself as an Afrofusion artist. Yeah. The out-of-the-box experience. The out-of-the-box experience. Okay, so this is how it happened. The first album, which is the Out-of-the-Box, we were supposed to have music videos, forming one storyline, to make it very interesting, because in as much as we're working on the audios and everything, I really love visuals, and it didn't really go well as planned. So we had DVDs which had no content. So I thought to myself, okay, why don't we then have a live recording of those same songs? So my brothers came to the Ivory Coast. I'm talking about Dinks, Derek, B Sharp, and Selom, and we're sitting, and I shared this whole stuff, and they were like, yeah, a live recording will be cool. And they're like, we couldn't really take all the songs in that album, so we should take a few and have a few renditions and add a few songs to it, which people could easily relate to, songs that could be sung in church, So, yeah. Then I told them, okay, let's start working on that. That was in March. Mind you, that was in March. And we start with the pre-production. Pre-production meaning, we have to record everything, to make it easier when you're mixing and mastering final project. That's what I started doing. So I started programming everything with the loops and everything. And unfortunately, my laptop got stolen. So I had to take everything again, and it was weird, but that's when I learned that, look, I had to really make it simple, so it wasn't fun taking it again, sending it to the guys. Oh god, they could be so annoying. Like, it took forever for each person to play his part and all that, and we finally put everything together, called vocalists, professional vocalists, and okay, let's work on this. We started rehearsing, and the rehearsals so annoying too, because everyone is like, yeah, we enjoy your sound, but okay, so reproduce what I asked you to, and it was like really difficult for them, and I could understand them. And then the live recording was really cool and annoying too, and yeah, we have this final project that you're about to enjoy. The most difficult thing for me was having to be the music director, the music producer, and the artist at the same time. So as a music director that's on stage directing them, arrangements, order of songs, how, reminding them of their dynamics and everything. And also music producer after that, before and after that, taking it to the studio, making sure it comes very well, and each element, like, you could hear the audience, you could hear that raw sound, a few mistakes here and there, so people can really relate to it, so it doesn't sound like 100% perfect, so you have to control all that when you're on stage, and at the same time, as the artist, you have to relate to the people. So at a certain time, I became like a yo-yo, just throw myself there and just have to get back to myself and throw myself out there again. So I didn't really have fun on stage like the others did. The rehearsal, you'd have to consider the distance and everything, so we had restricted rehearsal timings, and mind you, we're using the cymatic audio, which is this playback system. So as I told you, we pre-recorded everything, so it had the backing vocals, had other elements to play along, so it could be in sync, for the visuals. So I had to export everything, organize everything, so I didn't sleep at all. I was up and I was nervous, and this is one funny one. I got to the place, and that's why I love working with Dennis. Like, he knows me so well. He knows when I'm excited. He knows when I'm not. He knows when I'm stressed. He knows what I'm about to do, because we've been working for years. And I just noticed that they weren't really around me, and I was like, okay, they're busy and everything. But there was something that happened. They told me that after the show. Apparently my outfit was lost. They left it in the Uber car, and they told me that later on, and my heart was beating as though I was there, and they were like, oh, take it easy and stuff, because if they had told me that, then there would be no show. So Dennis and Irama just hit it, for me. And also the cymatic, that system wasn't working. It wouldn't recognize the pen drive. And also, there's this thing that happens in this part of the world, especially in Accra, where they have their version of the GMT, the Ghana Man time. So we started 20 minutes after the show. And can you imagine, a lot of people are saying we really started on time and everything. I want you to purchase this album. It's going to be available every outlet, online and offline too. Just there's some numbers that will appear on the screen and everything. Just make sure you call one of them and we'll send it to you. God bless you.